What will you do if I impose a rule of no dating at all for you? And what if I ask you to stay home for childbirth, no matter what is your condition? Will you follow it? Maybe not, but Amish women have to follow a lot of rules, from how they dress to how they live their lives. Some of these rules might seem strict or even troubling. Stay with me, and I will tell you 20 weird rules that Amish women have to follow. 1. No dating. In Amish culture, traditional dating does not exist. Instead, young individuals engage in a process known as courting, which is a carefully planned path to marriage. This process emphasizes the importance of family involvement and traditional values. To initiate courtship, a young Amish person typically seeks the approval of their parents. Once approval is granted, the courtship begins, and the couple spends time together in group settings, often with family members present. This practice ensures that the relationship remains chaste and focuses on getting to know each other's character and values. One unique aspect of Amish courtship is bundling. During this practice, the couple spends time together in bed, fully clothed, with a wooden board or a bundle of blankets separating them. While this may seem unusual, it allows the couple to spend time together and bond while adhering to principles of modesty. 2. Birth control is forbidden. The Amish faith prohibits the use of contraception based on a literal reading of the Bible's call to be fruitful and multiply. For the Amish, limiting family size is seen as contradicting God's plan. Therefore, they avoid birth control methods in adherence to their beliefs. As a result, Amish couples typically have large families with 5 children or more. Children are considered blessings from God, so parents embrace the prospect of numerous offspring. Raising these substantial families becomes the central responsibility of Amish parents. They take on the commitment of providing for and raising their many children within their faith community. 3. Women cannot become preachers. In Amish culture, women are not allowed to become preachers. The rationale behind this restriction is rooted in the Amish interpretation of the Bible, particularly passages emphasizing male leadership within the church. According to their beliefs, men are deemed better suited to fulfill these roles, while women are encouraged to focus on nurturing their families and supporting their husbands. The role of a preacher in the Amish community holds significant importance. Preachers provide spiritual guidance, lead church services, and play a pivotal role in the community's religious life. However, the practice of limiting the preaching role to men may appear restrictive or perplexing from an outsider's perspective. Despite this restriction, Amish women hold a central role in maintaining the spiritual fabric of their community. They actively participate in church services, teach Sunday school, and contribute to the spiritual growth of their families. While their influence may not be as overt as that of male preachers, it is deeply felt within the community. 4. Childbirth at home. One notable Amish custom is their preference for home childbirth, eschewing the modern hospital setting. This choice stems from their desire to maintain a sense of separation from the outside world. Amish women typically give birth under the care of a midwife, a trusted member of the community with extensive experience in delivering babies. These midwives have honed their skills through years of practical experience and communal knowledge rather than formal medical training. They provide crucial care and support, ensuring a safe and successful delivery. Home births among the Amish also underscore the importance of family involvement. Family members, often including the husband and older children, gather to support the mother during labor and delivery. The atmosphere is characterized by quietness and prayer, reflecting the Amish belief in God's providence during this profound life event. Amish women typically refrain from using pain relief medications during childbirth, relying instead on their inner strength and the support of the community to endure the process. The birthing room in an Amish home is typically plain and unadorned, aligning with the community's emphasis on modesty and simplicity. 5. Threat of being banned. Within the closely knit Amish community, a practice exists that is both intriguing and sobering: the act of banishment. This practice, known as Meidung in Pennsylvania Dutch, involves the intentional and systematic exclusion of an individual from the community's social and religious circles. But what circumstances could warrant such a severe punishment? Banishment typically occurs when an individual refuses to adhere to the Ordnung, the unwritten code of conduct governing all aspects of Amish life. This may involve refusing to attend church services, failing to abide by community rules, or marrying outside the faith. Once banished, individuals are excommunicated and effectively severed from their entire social network within the Amish community. Family members, including parents and siblings, are forbidden from maintaining contact with the banished individual. It may surprise you to learn that the Amish take shunning so seriously that they may not even share a table with the banished person. 6. Amish wedding night. Unlike mainstream weddings, newly married Amish couples do not immediately depart for a honeymoon or their new home. Instead, they spend the first stretch of married life residing with the bride's family or relatives, often for weeks. During this time, the newlyweds take on household responsibilities like cooking, cleaning, and chores. This demonstrates their commitment to hard work and cooperation in service of family and community. Staying with family also strengthens bonds between the couple and their relatives, easing the transition into married life. For the Amish, this practice underscores marriage as a sacred union extending far beyond the couple. It emphasizes community interdependence, not just individualism. Postponing alone time focuses the foundational period on integrating within a supportive family structure. 7. Women must be very submissive to their husbands. The Amish have traditional gender roles stemming from their religious beliefs. Men are seen as the heads of household, while women take on a submissive role. Amish interpretations of biblical passages lead them to believe husbands should be leaders and wives should defer to them. Consequently, Amish women obey their husbands and consult them for major decisions. Their primary responsibilities revolve around homemaking, child-rearing, and supporting their husbands. Women often refer to men as the head of the household, recognizing their authority. Although they play a vital part in Amish life, women's duties appear limited by modern standards. However, it's important to understand these roles within Amish culture and faith. Their traditions emphasize community interdependence and conformity to traditional values. Amish women submit to their husbands willingly out of their religious devotion. While outsiders may perceive inequality, the Amish see these gender norms as fulfilling God's will and preserving their way of life. Their close-knit communities and shared beliefs help sustain these roles. 8. Use of buttons are not allowed. The plain clothing of the Amish noticeably lacks buttons. Instead, garments are fastened using hooks, snaps, straight pins, or other simple closures. This atypical tradition stems from the Amish values of humility, modesty, and plainness. To the Amish, buttons can imply vanity or individual pride, drawing unwanted attention. Their style emphasizes functionality over decorative elements that contradict their communal ethos. Additionally, plain fasteners are easier to repair than buttons, fitting the Amish preference for durability over aesthetic details. While strange to outsiders, eschewing buttons reflects core Amish principles. It distinguishes their values from modern materialism and self-expression through fashion. The absence of buttons symbolizes their spiritual purpose of living modest and community-focused lives. 9. They get baptized as adults. Unlike infant baptism in other Christian faiths, Amish communities practice adult believers' baptism. Typically between ages 16 and 25, Amish youth choose baptism to affirm their commitment to the church and way of life. This custom highlights key Amish principles. First, baptism is not compulsory, but a choice, an individual, thoughtful pledge to faith and community. Months of preparatory instruction ensure baptismal candidates fully understand their duties. This underscores the importance of consciousness and intention in spiritual decisions. Additionally, baptisms occur through complete immersion in streams, symbolizing purification and one's emergence into righteous living. This public display reenacts Jesus' own baptism while initiating individuals into adulthood and church membership. 10. Rumspringa. In Amish customs, one tradition stands out as particularly intriguing and enigmatic: Rumspringa, translating to running around or wilderness journey in Pennsylvania Dutch. Rumspringa marks a period in an Amish teenager's life, typically beginning at age 16, during which they are granted a taste of the outside world. Free from the constraints of Amish rules and customs, they can wear non-Amish clothing, use technology, and even experiment with behaviors not typical in the Amish community. You may wonder why such a seemingly restrictive community would permit this. In reality, Rumspringa serves as a crucial period that allows Amish youth to make an informed choice about whether to commit to the Amish way of life. One fascinating aspect of this custom is its lack of formal structure. There are no set rules or timelines, and the duration of Rumspringa can vary. The decision to return to the Amish community or pursue a life outside of it is entirely up to the individual. This freedom of choice can lead to diverse outcomes, with some choosing to return to the Amish fold and others opting for a life outside the community. 11. They rarely wear makeup. As part of their daily routine, Amish women typically opt not to wear makeup. This decision is grounded in their belief in natural beauty and their aspiration to steer clear of the vanity or pride linked with cosmetic enhancements. The Amish hold a profound respect for God's creation and perceive altering their physical appearance through makeup as contradicting this belief. Instead, they prioritize inner qualities, placing emphasis on cultivating a gentle and quiet spirit. Amish women often express their individuality through alternative means, such as their clothing and hairstyles, lifestyle, which may vary among different Amish sects. 12. Amish toys don't have faces. Traditional Amish toys often surprise outsiders by lacking any painted facial features. Carefully handcrafted by artisans, the dolls and figurines have plain, faceless heads. This unique tradition originates from Amish values of humility and simplicity. The Amish avoid giving toys faces because they believe it can lead children to vanity and excessive focus on appearance. Instead, the faceless toys allow children's imaginations to assign expressions and emotions. Kids project their own feelings onto the toys, forming strong bonds with these minimalist playthings. Rather than perceiving this as deprivation, the Amish view it as fostering creativity, unhindered by preconceived physical features. It also reinforces their core values of modesty and plainness. Children learn to cherish the toys for intangible emotional connections, not superficial physical traits. 13. They learn 3 languages. One remarkable and lesser-known aspect of Amish culture is their fluency in not just 1, but 3 languages. This unique linguistic ability, deeply ingrained in the Amish way of life, raises questions about the reasons behind this multilingual mastery and how it shapes their communities. The primary language spoken within Amish homes and communities is Pennsylvania Dutch, a dialect of German. This linguistic tradition is passed down through generations and serves as the language used for everyday communication. It's the language you'll hear during church services, in daily chores, and within Amish families. In addition to Pennsylvania Dutch, the Amish are also fluent in English, the language commonly used for communication with the broader non-Amish world. While they primarily speak Pennsylvania Dutch among themselves, they recognize the importance of English for interactions outside their community. Another fascinating aspect of this multilingualism is the inclusion of High German, a more formal version of the language used in religious texts and during church services. While not commonly spoken in daily life, the Amish's proficiency in High German is vital for religious and spiritual purposes.